What if the biggest story in tennis isn't about who wins the next Grand Slam? What if it's about one young player changing the way an entire nation connects with the sport? That's exactly why former world number 1 Andy Roddick believes Eala represents something far greater than another rising star. In his view, her impact stretches beyond rankings, trophies, and highlight reels. It's about inspiring millions of people who suddenly believe they belong in a sport that once felt out of reach. Every season, professional tennis introduces a new breakthrough player. One incredible tournament creates headlines. Fans rush to predict a future champion. Social media fills with excitement, and expectations skyrocket overnight. But as history has shown time and time again, the spotlight can disappear just as quickly. Injuries happen. Confidence fades. Results slow down. Before long, another young talent captures everyone's attention, and yesterday's sensation becomes yesterday's news. Andy Roddick has watched this cycle unfold throughout his career. He has seen countless prospects arrive with enormous hype, only to struggle under the pressure that follows. That experience is exactly why his comments about Eala carry so much weight. He wasn't impressed by a single upset victory or one memorable tournament. Instead, he pointed to something much deeper, something that statistics, rankings, and prize money simply cannot explain. According to Roddick, Eala possesses a rare quality that separates unforgettable athletes from merely successful ones. She creates emotional investment. Fans aren't just watching her matches. They're becoming part of her journey. That's an incredibly unusual position for a player who is still building her career. Normally, athletes capture worldwide attention after winning multiple major titles. Eala has managed to create that emotional connection long before reaching that stage. Millions of people already celebrate every milestone she achieves, not because of the trophies she's collected, but because of what her journey represents. Whenever Eala steps onto the court, the atmosphere extends far beyond the stadium. Across the Philippines, families pause their daily routines. Friends gather together to watch. Restaurants, sports bars, and public viewing events fill with supporters eager to follow every point. Social media explodes with encouragement before the match even begins. Every rally feels personal because millions of people have invested emotionally in her story. That excitement became impossible to ignore during her remarkable Wimbledon campaign. Thousands of fans gathered for public watch parties despite the matches taking place thousands of miles away. It wasn't a championship final or a title match. It was simply another step in Eala's journey. Yet the passion surrounding those moments revealed something extraordinary. People weren't watching because they expected perfection. They were watching because they believed her success reflected their own hopes and dreams. The reason that connection feels so powerful begins with the sacrifices Eala made long before the spotlight found her. At only 13 years old, she made one of the hardest decisions imaginable. She left her home, her family, and everything familiar behind to continue her development at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Spain. While most teenagers were focused on school activities and spending weekends with friends, Eala entered one of the world's most demanding tennis environments. Life there demanded discipline every single day. Every practice required complete commitment. Every setback had to be faced without the comfort of home. There were moments of loneliness, difficult losses, and constant pressure to improve. More importantly, there was never any guarantee that those sacrifices would eventually pay off. Perhaps the greatest challenge was the absence of a clear blueprint. Very few Filipino players had traveled this path before. Eala wasn't following in someone else's footsteps. She was creating an entirely new path for future generations to follow. That is why her victories resonate so deeply with people around the world, especially in the Philippines. Each win represents more than another result on the scoreboard. It sends a message that talent, determination, and courage can overcome barriers that once seemed impossible. Andy Roddick understands that this kind of influence cannot be measured with statistics alone. Championships are remembered, but inspiration lasts much longer. Great players collect trophies. Truly special players change the way people see the sport itself. And if Eala continues on her current path, her greatest achievement may not simply be becoming a champion, it may be inspiring an entirely new generation to believe that they can become one too. What truly turns a tennis player into a global icon? It's not just Grand Slam trophies or world rankings. It's the ability to make millions of people feel personally connected to every match, every victory, and every setback. That's the rare quality Andy Roddick believes Eala is beginning to develop, and if he's right, her influence could reach far beyond the tennis court. Throughout history, the sport's greatest champions have represented more than their achievements. Serena Williams inspired countless young athletes to dream bigger. Roger Federer captivated fans with his effortless style and grace. Rafael Nadal became the symbol of determination and resilience, while Novak Djokovic demonstrated how mental strength can overcome the toughest challenges. Their legacies were built not only through titles but through the emotions they inspired in millions around the world. Roddick believes Eala has the potential to create that same kind of connection with an entirely new audience. Women's tennis already features incredible stars. Aryna Sabalenka excites crowds with her explosive power. Iga Swiatek has earned admiration through remarkable consistency and precision. Coco Gauff has become one of the sport's brightest personalities, combining athleticism with confidence and worldwide appeal. These players continue to elevate the game. But every global sport also needs athletes who introduce completely new communities to the competition. Players who bring fresh audiences, new cultures, and new stories into the spotlight. That may be where Eala stands apart. The Philippines is home to more than 100 million people, and millions more Filipinos live across North America, Europe, Australia, the Middle East, and other parts of Asia. For many of them, Eala has become a source of national pride unlike anything tennis has experienced before. Wherever she competes, Philippine flags appear throughout the stadium. Supporters travel long distances to watch her play. Even during difficult matches, the encouragement rarely disappears. Fans continue cheering until the final point because they see her journey as something bigger than a single result. That emotional bond is one of the biggest reasons her story continues to grow. However, with growing popularity comes growing responsibility. The more supporters believe in you, the greater the expectations become. Every tournament suddenly feels important. Every match attracts intense discussion. Every defeat becomes a topic across television, social media, and sports talk shows. Questions naturally follow every rising star. Can she continue improving? Can she handle the pressure that comes with worldwide attention? Can she eventually compete for the sport's biggest titles? Those challenges are familiar to every young player who experiences a rapid breakthrough. For Eala, everything changed after her unforgettable performance at the Miami Open. She defeated several established stars and announced herself on one of tennis' biggest stages. Overnight, international media outlets began covering her journey. Fans searched for old interviews, training clips, and stories from her junior career. People who had never followed her before suddenly wanted to know everything about the talented left-hander from the Philippines. Success also changed the expectations surrounding her career. Before Miami, the conversation centered on whether she belonged among the elite. After Miami, many expected her to produce spectacular results every single week. That is an incredibly difficult standard for any athlete to meet. Soon afterward came another defining challenge at the US Open. Still searching for her first main draw victory at the tournament, Eala found herself locked in a difficult battle. In the deciding set, she trailed 5-1. The match appeared almost over. But moments like these often reveal far more about a player's future than comfortable victories ever can. What separates good players from future champions? It isn't the matches they win comfortably. It's the moments when everything appears lost, yet they somehow find a way to keep believing. Those are the moments that define careers, and Eala has already shown she possesses that rare ability. There are times in sports when the outcome seems certain. The scoreboard favors one player. The crowd senses the finish line. Every mistake feels like it could be the last. Many athletes begin forcing shots, rushing points, or letting frustration take over. Eala chose a different path. Instead of chasing the impossible all at once, she focused on the next point. Then the next. Slowly, the pressure shifted. Her confidence grew with every rally, while uncertainty began creeping into her opponent's game. What had looked like an inevitable defeat gradually transformed into an unforgettable comeback. The result was about much more than winning a single match. It revealed the mental strength that coaches can't simply teach. Staying composed when the pressure is overwhelming. Continuing to compete when the scoreboard offers little hope. Trusting months and years of preparation instead of letting emotions take control. Those qualities are built through experience, discipline, and countless hours of hard work. Supporters immediately recognized that determination. But remarkable victories create a new challenge. Once fans witness an incredible comeback, they begin expecting extraordinary performances every time an athlete steps onto the court. That growing expectation followed Eala into Wimbledon. Arriving as the tournament's number 29 seed, she had already achieved a historic milestone for Philippine tennis before the opening match even began. The attention surrounding her was greater than ever, and every performance carried enormous significance. She handled the early rounds with impressive composure, overcoming difficult moments and earning another opportunity on one of the sport's biggest stages. Soon, she found herself competing under the bright lights of center court, where every point seemed to carry the weight of millions of supporters watching around the world. The atmosphere was unforgettable. Long rallies tested both players physically and mentally. Every winner sparked loud cheers. Every unforced error shifted the momentum. The pressure could have overwhelmed even experienced champions. Yet Alex remained calm. She trusted her game, embraced the occasion, and refused to let the magnitude of the moment distract her. That confidence became one of the defining images of her tournament. When the match ended, it felt like more than another memorable victory. It felt like the arrival of a player capable of competing with the very best. News organizations across the world quickly shared her story. Television highlights introduced her to new audiences, while tennis fans everywhere wanted to learn more about the young Filipina making headlines. Back home, the excitement reached another level. Public watch parties attracted thousands of supporters. More children picked up tennis rackets, and more families began believing that success in international tennis was possible. Perhaps that's Eala's greatest achievement so far. She's not only building her own career, she's inspiring an entire generation to imagine a future they had never believed was within reach.